Okay, question 56 is on the line. I'm just going to drag this down. Okay, so this is a standard question. Very straightforward. Let's put that there. So you have to complete the table of values for 8 minus x, 8 minus 2x. Okay, so here we go. Okay, start with 0. If x is 0, y is 8 minus 0, which is just 8. So if x is 0, y is 8. Right, I'm not going to go into this because I explained it in class a number of times. The easiest way to do this is to look at the number in front of the x. In this case, it's minus 2. It's not 2, it's minus 2. That minus is stuck to whatever is to the right. So this is a shortcut. I'm not going through what I did in class. So because that's minus 2, the difference between each term as you go along is going to be minus 2. So you go 8 minus 2 is 6, minus 2 is 4, minus 2 is 2. And obviously we're going down to, so if we go backwards 1, we go up 2, so that's 10. Very simple formula. So then you plot this. Okay, 0, 8. That's the point 0, 8. That's the point minus 1, 10. This is the point 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 0. Alright, so it was 1, 6, I think it was 0, 8. So we don't go across. 0, 8. This obviously a line going down. 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 0. Minus 1, 10. So you just draw a line. Now, it does say for the values of x from minus 1 to 4. But anyway, I just go the whole way across. So obviously here you can see there's a problem. So what's the problem? That one is out of place, isn't it? It shouldn't be there. So let's double check. It should be a straight line. If you're getting a line and a number, or not a number, some girls do this and some boys. If you get a line like that and then it's going straight up there, you're wrong. There's something wrong. It has to be a straight line. So double check the point if it's like that. If that point is out, you need to double check your calculation. So let's go back up. We got 4, 0. Yeah, 4, 0. But I actually put in 4, 1. So watch out for that, because that's where some people in the exam lost marks. The line will always be straight. Okay, that's it, done, easy. What else were we actually asked? We were just asked to plot that, were we? I mean, that's the easiest. That's the easiest. What was it, 4 marks that you could get? If you can't do that, you don't, you know, you shouldn't be complaining about anything. It's probably the simplest thing you could do. Okay, let's use our technique to do this one. Alright, so let's put question on the same page if I can. Right. Alright, so complete the values of x, or for y. Y equals 2x plus 2. But what did I tell you a second ago? I said the number in front of the x, that's the number that you add each time. Yeah? So that's positive 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. Easy, right? The proper way to do it, I will actually show you. So you have y equals 2x plus 2. The way I was shown in school, because we didn't do shortcuts, is this. Y equals, so you're going to have 2, and you're just going to stick in a number for x each time. Y equals 2, and you're going to stick in a number for x. Y equals 2, and you're going to stick in a number for x. But you guys don't like doing this. You don't like showing your work. Here we go. So for x equals minus 1, x equals 0, x equals 1. So when x equals minus 1, this is going to be minus 1. When x equals 0, this is going to be 0. When x equals 1, this is going to be 1. And you just carry that on for all the points. And what you'll find is that you get exactly the same results as what's up here. I'm just going to pull this over here. So it's going to be like this. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4. So you can see 0 to 4, 0 to 4, and this will just carry on for the rest of it. You do x equals 3, because x equals 2 is done, and then you do x equals 4. And you'll get the exact same thing. And that's it. So, if you want, I'll do it. If I was in an exam, I'd probably do it this. I'd do it both ways just to be sure. Anyway, 3, x equals 4. We're just replacing x each time. 6 plus 2 is 8. The reason it doesn't go up 2 there is because that one is already done for you. We're on to this one, and now the next one, this answer should be 10. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So they give you your points. 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 4, minus 4, or 1, 4, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Anyway, just do it one way or the other. I think the top way is the easiest. You just add the number next to the x. If it's a minus, make sure to include that. Anyway, I'm going to get this and I'm going to reduce it in size. Let's see. Let's throw it over here. Anyway, let's just plot the points. Minus 2, 2, minus 2, 2. Notice the scale here. The vertical scale, the y-axis goes up in 2s, the x-axis goes in 1s. So be very careful of that. Go by the numbers, not by the grid. 0, oh sorry, minus 1, 0. So it's minus 1, 0. It's here. 2, 0, 2. 0, 2. Oh, okay, so obviously this is just going to be a straight line like this. It's going to be a straight line like that. So let's double check. 1, 4, 1, 4, yes. 2, 6, yes. And then you're going to have 3, 8, 4, 10. That's it. So that's how you do that. I don't need to go through all of them. I was asked to go through 11 of these from 56 to 66. No chance. Should be able to do them. And also, this one, I did this in the class. I did this on the or in the solutions. Plot the point with coordinates 3, 2. Okay. So you go across 3 up to there. You call it A. Make sure you're writing A. Right down the midpoint, I think I actually didn't do this properly in the solution, so anyway, I'll redo it and put them up. It's easy. Midpoint of BC, I read it as just point B. Midpoint of BC, there's a whole host of ways you can do this. You could do, this is minus 3, 2. If you don't understand that, you really need to have a look at yourself. This point is 1, minus 2. This should be very fast for you now. Well, it should be obvious to you that the midpoint is minus 1, 0. It should be really obvious. Anyway, the midpoint between any two numbers is you add the two numbers together and divide by 2. This is the average. That's how you get the midpoint between any two numbers. So the midpoint here is going to be, I'm not writing out the formula, you should know it, x1 plus x2 over 2. You shouldn't even need a formula. You just add the x values and divide by 2. You get the average, you get the mid between them. So it's minus 3 plus 1 over 2. And then 2 minus 2 over 2. We added the two y values, we added the two x values. Alright. So that equals minus 2 over 2, comma, 0 over 2. If you find it difficult to do minus 3 plus 1 and you're in year 9, what you need to do is you need to go and lock yourself in a room for about 4 hours with nothing except adding negative numbers, multiplying negative numbers, squaring negative numbers, doing calculations with negative numbers, not turning up in the class when I'm in the middle of teaching something and then saying, when I'm in the middle of a question and say, oh, why is it that? I mean, that's the kind of thing you do in year 7, not in year 9. Start thinking about it. Put down your phone, turn it off, and do a bit of maths for a half hour on that topic until you nail it down and you say, I never ever need to worry about that again because I have it nailed down. Anyway, minus 2 over 2 is minus 1. Anything 0 divided by anything is 0 except itself. Okay, so there's your point. Anyway, it should be obvious. Easy way to do it. How do you go from B to C? We go across 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's half of 4 and 4? It's 2 and 2. So you go across 1, 2, and you go down 1, 2. Done. And the coordinates to that, obviously, are minus 1, 0. I think I might put something different. So I thought they were looking for the coordinates of B when I was doing when I put up that PDF, so I'll change that. Right, I'm not going through all of these. That should be easy. You're gonna add 4 every time. Should be the simplest thing in the world. You don't even have to do out the formula and do substitution. So what you do, you're not given the table, so you just do this. You make the table. So you say x equals, you go minus 1. You don't even have to draw it, you just write down the numbers, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to put in your value for y equals. Alright, let's do the first one. 0 is the easiest. When x is 0, y is just 2. That should be the easiest thing in the world to you. And then you're just going to add 4 each time, so you don't even have to think. So it's going to be 6, 10, 14. Alright. And then if you're going back to, it's going to be minus 2. You can check that. Minus 1. If x is minus 1, 4 times minus 1 is minus 4, plus 2 is minus 2. Check 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Done. So you just plot those points. It should be easy. Minus 1, minus 2, 0, 2. So minus 1, minus 2 is there. 0, 2 is here. And then you're just going to have a line. What was the other one? 2, 6, alright. I normally do put in at least 3 points for a draw line because sometimes you could be wrong with your other 2, as we saw earlier. Let's put it in there. And that's going to be it. So it's going to look something like that. Let's do it there. And then what you'll find is when you go to 2, it should be 10, and 3 should be 14. So let's check that out. Yeah, 2, 10, 3, 14. Your line is right. Again, I always stretch this to the edge because it is a line. Lines go on forever. One thing, I was asked to do 11 of these questions. What that tells me is that whoever asked to do that did not try any of the questions. If you try a question, you will understand some parts of it. So what I would expect would be, Mister, could you have a look at question 56? I can get the first part, but I don't know what to do when I come to plotting the graph. If you said that to me, that would tell me, oh, this person has actually tried the question. They've tried to understand, and now they're stuck. So when I explain how to do it, it actually means something to you. However, if you come up to me and say, oh, can you do that whole topic? Can you look at probability? Can you look at the equations of a line? Can you look at whatever? Changing the subject. That just tells me you've done nothing. You just looked at the topic and you're like, oh, this is too hard. I'm not doing it. I'm going to get the teacher to do it. And what that means is anything I say to you has way less value because you haven't tried it yet. You haven't tried it. You don't learn by copying me number for number. You learn by trying it yourself and then being unable to go forward, and then you're like, can you help me get to the next stage? That's how you learn. Nobody said to me, could you do question 57 part B? I can do part A, but part B, I don't know where to go. It's all very general stuff. Alright, I'm not doing 11 questions. All this should be right. Write down the gradient. Now, come on, everybody in the class, literally, write a load of people, and if you're not listening to this, you're going to miss out, and I am going to punish people. A load of people in the exam, right? I'll do the first one. Write down the equation of a straight line that's parallel to y equals 4x. Loads of people just wrote down lazily y equals 4x plus c. Y equals 4x plus c. Yeah, that's not the equation of any particular line. That's the general equation. There's no line that has an equation of that. That's the mold that you insert numbers into to get the equation of a line. I'll let you away with it, but I'm not going to let you away with it next time. You have to put a number there, or else leave it blank. It's one or the other. I don't want to see plus C. And if anyone has done that, I'll know you haven't seen the video. Which means you probably think you know it all. Anyway, that's the easiest thing in the world. That's it. Parallel means the gradients are the same. You could put a number there if you want. Easiest thing is to change that sign. You put -2, -2, minus 1002. It doesn't matter. As long as you have 4x there and some number, and don't put the exact same number. Loads of people do that too. I'm going to go to town on you if you do that. Just leave nothing, or else put in a different number. Write down, and so many of you just put C. I don't know why you did that. Write down the gradient of a straight line that's perpendicular. Again, easy. Perpendicular is the negative reciprocal, or as I would say, negative, whatever, perpendicular. So it's got to be y equals minus 1/4x. Yeah, you could literally just leave it as that, and if you want, you can put in a number. Do not. Well, you could put that in. Doesn't matter. Alright, done. Easiest thing in the world. Number 60. Right. A straight line L2 is parallel to the straight line L1. Alright. So we have some line that's parallel to this. Sure, that's easy as hell. Let's do it. Right, how are you asking me to do this? Right, so there's some line that's parallel to that. Yeah. We don't know if it's there, if it's down here. So we don't know where it crosses the y-axis. But we know it's parallel. Alright. And it passes this. Well, what do we need for any line? Y equals mx plus c. Do we know what m is? Yeah, straight away, easy. I'm just going to call this L2 like he does. This is for L2, the line that we're looking for the equation of. We're told straight away what the gradient is. It's the same as this. Well, what's the gradient of that line? Easy. Pick 2 points that you know. We definitely know that. And we definitely know that. Yeah? How far do you come across to go from there to there? We go across 2 and we go up 1. So the gradient m equals the different change in y over the change in x, or the rise over the run. It's a half. So we know y equals half x plus c. So that's the first thing. We figured that out. Now we need to figure this out. C. Now, if you don't do it this way, you could say that's the point 0, 3, and this is the point 2, 4. So to get the gradient, it's m equals y2 over y1, which is, or sorry, y2 minus y1, which is 4 minus 3, over x2 minus x1, which is 2 minus 0. That equals a half. It should be the easiest thing in the world, or else you can just do that little thing. Make sure to do some work. Yeah, don't just write it down. So either draw it in or do this. Anyway, now we just need to find c. Sure, that's easy. We've done this a million times. That's x. That's y. And please, so many of you do not know how to multiply negative numbers. Luckily here, you don't have to do that. And also, when you don't know how to solve equations, which is shocking. So many people, I saw the last one, it was minus 5 times minus a half. And you just put, that's minus 2.5. It's not. Minus 5 times minus a half, minus times minus is plus. 5 times a half is positive, 5 over 2. Anyway, let's do it. X is 0, y is minus 5. So you just replace them. Minus 5 equals a half. X is 0, so it goes 0. Plus c. This will help us find out what c is. That implies minus 5 equals, well, that's just 0, isn't it? C. So now we're finished the question. So we can say y equals a half x plus c. Well, that's minus 5. Plus minus 5 is just minus 5. Done. That's your answer. Finished. Alright. We can go ahead. 3 marks. Thought it'd be worth a bit more. Here's the line n. Okay, so what? This one is slightly different. You're looking for a perpendicular line. We're looking for a perpendicular line. Very same as the last one, except we perpendicular over parallel. So we have to find a line that's perpendicular to n. So here we go. So it's going to be perpendicular. So it's going to look something like that. It's going to look something like that. Alright. Like this. And we have to find out where this crosses. Okay, so we're told that it passes through the point 0, minus 1. Now you won't have the ability to do this. Well, you might in the exam, but just don't bother. Where is 0, minus 1? It's actually here. So it's going to cross somewhere like that, right? If you want to draw it in, you could. Yeah, because that's perpendicular and it goes through 0, minus 1. Fine. Anyway, you don't even need to draw this in. What you need to do, it's perpendicular to n. So do we know the gradient of n? So n. Let's find this line n. I'm going to make this a different color so you can see it properly. So, as I said, I'm just showing you that for illustrative purposes. You don't need to draw it in. So n, if we could get the gradient of this line, then if we got the negative reciprocal, we could get the gradient of that. So we know for all lines y equals mx plus c. We are told that it crosses the y-axis at 1. So we're already given c. So we know that y equals mx plus 1. They gave it to us. So all we need to do is get the gradient of n, turn it upside down, and change the sign. Alright, easy peasy. Well, how do you do that? Look, get 2 points on it. 1 that we know, 2. So we go across 1, and we go up 3, n. So if you want, for n, you can say a gradient equals 3 over 1, which equals 3. Yeah, if you show them that working. Easy. Or else, if you want to do it the long way, that point is 1, 1. This point is 2, 4. So I can put over m equals, well, it's y2 minus y1, so it's 4 minus 1 over x2 minus x1, which is 2 minus 1. That equals 3 over 1. That equals 3. Okay, so make it obvious what you're talking about. That's for n. Our new line, let's just call it, let's not call it m, let's call it w. So for w, we're going to have, well, the gradient for w, you get this, you turn it upside down and change the sign. So it's minus a third. And we already know y equals mx plus 1. That implies y equals minus a third x plus 1. Done. Easy. That question was quite easy. I think it was easier than the previous one. So that's that. That's it. Okay, we'll move ahead. I'm looking for a harder question. Right, this looks like it. I did 62. I already did 62 in the previous video, so I'm not doing that again. Alright, here we go. This is a proper one. Write down an equation that's parallel. Right, y equals 3x. Done. Write down equation that's perpendicular. Alright. The equation of m? Okay, so m equals, did that 3, turn it upside down and change the sign. Minus a third. Easy. The equation of L, y equals mx plus c. That implies y equals minus a third x plus c. That implies we have a point on the line. we're given it. So x is 6, y is 5, 6 equals, sugar, be careful there, there should be 5. 5 equals minus a third times 6 plus c. That implies, again, you guys are jumping 2 steps ahead when you're doing this, and you made so many mistakes. 5 equals 6 times that. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so that's minus 2 plus c. When you bring that across, it becomes plus 2, so that implies 7 equals c. So your answer is going to be, using this, y equals minus a third x plus 7. Done. Just on that previous one, what did we get? Yeah. Okay, all good. Come on now. So many of you got this stuff wrong. The mean. I mean, this is so easy. I think maybe 2 people got it totally right. I kind of gave it to people because I felt sorry for them. Yeah, I mean, this is the easiest thing in the world. The amount of people that are writing down x squares and all this, 5x, crazy stuff. Write down the proper format. Brian equals. Stop being lazy. The sooner you stop being lazy, the higher your marks are going to get. The sooner they get higher. Brian, x. Peter, 4 years older. Does that mean 4x? No. 4 times older is 4x. He's 4 years older. It's x plus 4. Amy is 2 years younger than Brian. Okay. Well, what's Brian? X. Amy's 2 years younger. Minus 2. The total of their ages is 26. Work out the value of x. X plus 4 plus x minus 2. The reason I'm putting in brackets is so that you know they're the 3 separate ages. You don't have to do that. 1, 2, 3 x's. That implies 3x. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's plus 2. Equals 26. Bring the 2 across, becomes minus 2. That implies 3x equals 26 minus 2, which is 24. That implies x equals 8. Done. It looks like I am doing nearly all these questions for you. God. This came up, so many people got it wrong. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Every one of these questions is y equals mx plus c. What's c here? 2. So you know that's y equals mx plus 2. So that gives you a start. Here also 2. Y equals mx plus 2. If you don't know where I'm getting 2 from, you should be getting worried. Here, y equals mx minus 2, because it's the y-intercept. Here, y equals mx minus 2. So I haven't put in the gradient, I've just put in the y-intercept, but that's going to help us. Y equals mx plus 2. And this is y equals mx minus 2. Alright. Second thing. What's the gradient? Well, to go from here to here, we go across 4. Yeah, we go across 4 and we go down 2. So it's y equals across 4 and down 2. So we know y equals minus a half x plus 2. Easy. Here, y equals, we go from here, from left to right, always left to right, we go across 4 and in a positive direction, and we go up 2. So we can see y equals a half x plus 2. Here, y equals, from here to here, we go across 1 and we go down 2. So we go across 1 and down 2. So that equals y equals minus 2x minus 2. Here, we go across 4 in the positive direction this way, and we go down 2. So y equals minus 2 over 4 minus 2. That equals minus a half x minus 2. Here, y equals, to go from left to right, we go across 1 up 2. So y equals 2 over 1x plus 2. So y equals 2x plus 2. And here, y equals, go from left to right, we go across 1 in the positive direction and we go up 2. So it's 2 over 1x minus 2. So y equals 2x minus 2. Right, and then you just match them. I mean, I'm not doing that. You can just match them. That's it. Let me see. I've done the solutions to these. So if you cannot follow my solutions, I mean, what do you want me to do for you? This, I think this question came up in the exam. This question came up, or something. It was really similar. It was very similar. It wasn't the same question. It was extremely similar. The gradient was 3 and it was 3 minus 15 or something like that. It was very, very, very similar. So if you had done your work, you should have got that. And I tell you, not many people got it right. Not many in my class and got it right. Shocking. Disgraceful, actually. I mean, you had a solution to the question. If you had bothered looking at it, you would have got full marks in the exam on that question. What, I mean, do you want me to do the exam for you? I mean, I can't do any more for you. Here we go. The gradient is 4. So we know m is 4. The gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That equals, so you can pick y2, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to pick this. D minus 10 over 5 minus 2. And that equals 4. And this is the easiest thing in the world. That implies d minus 10 over 3 equals 4. What number divided by 3 is 4? 12. So d minus 10 has to be 12. So d has to be 22. Let's just go through the motions. And some of you are saying, some of you are doing this. I don't know how many. It's a new trend I've seen. Some of you are doing this. That means d minus 10 equals 4 over 3. Really? Really? Let's use your logic. Ready? Let's just think of a random question. 6 over 3 equals 2, right? So this is the logic you're using. That implies 6 equals 2 over 3. How is that? How on earth is that? Why don't you do a simple question like that? If you're stuck, do it. And you said that doesn't make sense. But what does make sense, if you get that 3 and multiply it by the 2, and then you get this 6 equals 6. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I have no sympathy for people who are going down. The people in the set below, who are working hard, who are actually coming into my class and asking me questions. to a teacher that they don't know and they're asking. They're the people who deserve to get it right. While I'm up in front of you guys every day and you're talking, laughing, knocking tables over, dropping water bottles, asking to go out, and while you got these people from other classes asking me to make videos, asking me for revision booklets, asking me can they join my Google Classroom, while the people that have all that are just laughing, don't care, just laughing. You're going to get a big rude awakening in term 2. You'll see what I mean. Remember I said this. Remember this video, because I promise you term 2 will be very, 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 very different to term 1. Here we go. Dividing by 3. To get rid of divide by 3, we multiply by 3. So again, we've done this a trillion times. 3 times 4 is 12. As I said, what number divided by 3 is 4 is 12. We know this is 12, and we know this is 22. Well, let's just do it. D equals, bring over the minus 10, it becomes plus 10, 22. Done. Right. So, somebody asked me, let's see, Google Classroom. Right guys, you're sending me links on Google Classroom. I mean, it's just rude. I've asked for questions and you're sending me links. Look again, let me know the exact question. Answer, angles. That's not an exact question. There's 50 things you could do on angles. I mean, I tell you what, you're very lucky I'm your teacher, I'll put it that way. Right, I don't even know where there's a question on angles, so. Here, is that what you're looking for? Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for polygons? Or are you looking for angles in parallel lines? How do I know what angles means? Loads of people got this wrong. Crazy. So many people, they don't know. Was this in the exam? Or something very similar? I mean, 180 degrees equals 7x. This was in the exam. This question was in the exam. And there's people who got it wrong. And there are people who didn't have a clue what to do. And I did this question for you. I did it. I might have made a video on it. I think I did. I think I made a video on this. And I gave you the solutions for it. And you still got it wrong. Crazy. I mean, what do you guys need? Do you need sheet notes or something? Do you need me to write down everything on the desk for you? You'd probably still fail the exam. I'm putting that degrees in so you know where it came from. And plus 90. Let's not forget our 90. If you don't know where they came from, I mean, there's nothing I can do for you. They came from there. That implies 180 and dropping the degrees equals, add them, 12x. Got people putting 2x here. They're taking this away. Not sure why. There's no negative here. That plus that is 108. You want letters on one side, numbers on the other. Bring 108 across, take it away. You're going to get 72 equals 12x. That applies. Divide by 12. 72 divided by 12 is 6. X is 6. You're asked for the small... This actually came up. Smallest angle. Okay. That's 90 degrees. That 7 times 6 is 42 degrees. That 3 times 6 is 30 plus 18 is 48 degrees. You can do it out yourself. Smallest, if you don't know what's the smallest amongst them, I'm getting worried. That's that. Now what does angles mean? Maybe that was a total waste of time. Was that a total waste of time? Because you're saying angles. Is it polygons you're on about? Is it this? Is it this one with parallel lines? So you're asking me to do a whole host of stuff instead of just doing it 5 minutes work and telling me the question. And this is why it's a lot of people who are failing, and I'm going to mark it. I'm not giving you questions anymore. I'm not giving you soft points. You're not getting it. You haven't got it this year, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to start doing it. You don't deserve to be in set 1 if you're not getting this stuff right. And that's just it. So you've nothing to feel sad about. If you're not getting 50 or 60%, you shouldn't be in set 1. And it's a weak set 1 because you're split into 2 groups. You have 2 different blocks. A true set 1 would be the other boys blue, red with green and yellow combined, and the best 28 students. That's a true. So it's all ego from here. You know what I mean? So here we go. First thing that jumps out of the page. Parallel. And I'm so frustrated with you because I tried so hard. I tried so hard to be nice to you and give you some leeway, not be strict to you like some other teachers are, and just give you that bit of independence. But what do you do with it? You're lazy. You don't write down your workings. Constantly challenging. Oh, mister, I did it at home. Oh, mister, my mother did it with me. Oh, mister, I forgot my book, but I did it at home. Oh, I can do it in my head. Yeah, I can do all this in my head, mate. It doesn't matter. I don't care what you can do in your head. I care what you can show me. Right, with parallel lines, there's got to be a Z shape in here. And sure enough, there is. Because if you extend those parallel lines, which you have every right to do since it's your exam paper, you'll get that Z shape. So we can see the Z. It's right here. I'm just so frustrated with you. And there's some people that are good. There's a few people who got 80 in the 80s and 90s, and they are good students. You know? So it's not at everybody. And the people who are good students, you know who you are. I know who you are too. Let's start filling stuff in. I don't even care what I'm looking for here. I can just start filling stuff in. That X, easy. What do you need to get that? We just need to get this angle here. If we get that angle there, then we have that one. So then we can get this because it's a 180 degree triangle. Get that. Look, straight line. That's 55 degrees. Because that adds to 180. So you can say angle. It doesn't give you a letter, so it's very difficult to describe this angle. So how are you meant to describe it? I'm going to call it, just call it something, Y. Or you could call it star. I'm going to call it star. So you could say star equals 55 degree, or whatever, 180 minus 125. 180 minus 125, which equals 55 degrees. Give reasons for your answer. Okay, reason. Angles on a straight line add to 180. So, I'm just going to write that in. Angles on a straight line add to 180. What is it? Alt 0176. Didn't do it. Did not do it for me. I think I have to. Oh, there we go. No, we don't want Korean. I'll get off that. Right. So it's going to be. I think I have to have the num lock on. Is the num lock on? Let me see. Oh, I know. I'm in Korean. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Alt 0176. The degree sign doesn't want to go in. Nope. One more time. Alright, it doesn't want to go in apparently. Anyway, 180 degrees. There we go. So angles on a straight line at 180 degrees. And that's it. So that's your first reason. And then every time you get a value from then on, you just stick in the reason. Next one. What can we do? Oh look, we can get this. So I'm going to call this star star. Or you can call it angle BAE. Bay. Right. So I'm just going to call it star star. I don't care. You can call it BAE if you want. Well, we know that equals 55 degrees. And I'm just going to put the angle as... I'm just going to put... I'm just going to put equal to star, equal to that angle. Why? I'm just saying where I got it from. But whatever. What is it? Alternate angles are equal. And girls, just in case you think this is at you, I'm more frustrated with the boys than it's not the girls. Although the girls' results are very poor, very poor. But then again, we lost 6 of our top students to set 1, so it's just natural that happens. So that's it. So then the last thing, x plus 30 plus star star, which is 55. We know x plus 30 degrees plus 55, this is 55, because we just stated that they're alternate angles. 55, well, what do the 3 angles inside the triangle add up to? 180 degrees. I actually did this. That implies x plus 85 equals 180. That implies x equals 180 minus 85. Well, 180 minus 80 is 100, and then you have to take away another 5. So it's 95. Done. Okay, now maybe I still don't have what you were asking me for. Maybe I still don't have it. Because you said angles, so how do I know what angles means? I think I did this on the video. This one? Was it this one? I might have even done this on the video. I don't know. Question 49. Maybe I'm wasting my time doing this, because I don't know what you asked for. This is the last question I'm doing. Find the angle of the angle marked X. Alright. Straight away. Parallel lines. We're going to have Z shapes. Here you go. Z. Yeah. There's loads of Z's. Backwards Z. Whatever. Alright. So here. Another Z shape. So we're going to get loads of help all straight away. I mean, this couldn't be easier. X and 126. X equals 126. Why? Because alternate angles are equal, that's why. That's it. So, you can just stick that in. Alternate angles are equal. Do you notice how little I use corresponding angles? Because you just literally just use alternate angles and co-interior. You don't even have to use all the rules. I predominantly use alternate angles. Alright, I mean, what else can I do here? I was told to look at angles. What does that mean? This? Maybe I'm wasting my time doing this. What do we have to do? If you hear any weird noises, I live with a person. Show angle CDJ equals 135. Maybe I've done this already, I don't remember. 54. I'm going to check to see if I've done this already. Here we go. Let me see. So I have to go check now to see if I've done, because I've done stuff already and you're asking me to redo it. Alright. YouTube video. I've already done 54. I've done it in the previous video, so I'm not doing it again. Alright, that's it.